Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. It is Saturday afternoon. It's actually about 4:30 now. Um, I'm just sitting doing a bit more of this cardigan. I'm just about to start on the armholes on it. So after this is the second sleeve. I'll only have the sewn up and the bands to do. And one lady did message because I had already put the tutorial up with the little lemon little cardigan that I had done. After this, when I hadn't finished putting the pieces, because this is actually going to be in 7 parts, the cardigan, because it takes so long for to knit all the parts and that. And the lady had asked if there was going to be a part 7, because I think anyone that's following it, they might have got worried because I'd put another tutorial up that was the end of this one, but it's not. I still have the sewn up to show and the how to do the band and sewing the band on afterwards. So, but I think I have one more row to do on the wrong side of this, and then I'll be starting the shaping. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to get the rest of it done because I don't think I'll be able by the time I finish knitting this sleeve, and that'll be night time, and I can't do tutorials of a night time because I have to put the light on when it is light for quite a long time. It depends on how long it takes me to finish it and whether I have to put the light on. I've got the light on in here now just to make this video a little bit brighter because I'm using my computer, and it's a darker picture than my tablet, but I forgot to plug my tablet in again. I thought I'm going to do a video. I'd have to wait until it charges, and it's very slow to charge actually, like so. But I can have it plugged in and do the video while it's actually charging. But I prefer not to do that, just to do my computer. So there will be part 7 of this as soon as I finish the sleeve and start the sewing up on it. I will do the things for it. But I've got a beef stew in my slow cooker downstairs. I'm upstairs this is my workroom, it's upstairs in the house. And my son usually comes on a Saturday, but he hasn't managed to come today. Usually if he's not here by about 2 o'clock, I know he's not coming. But I had put this beef stew in the slow cooker early this morning, and it would have been for mine and my son's tea if he had come today, but he does work from home, and I think he always says to me, if I'm not there by 2, I'll not be coming. But he does work from home, and I think he's not had enough time to finish what he was doing. He's probably had to work today as well. But my son has celiac disease. I have 2 sons with celiac disease. So when I do this beef stew, normally when I make it for myself, I put the broth mixture in, which has barley in, which is gluten. So I can't put that in when I do it for my son. And I can't use, for myself, I would normally use the beef oxo cubes. But I have to get those no gluten-free ones for my son for when I make it for him. But I do prefer it with the beef oxo cubes, because they have a different taste altogether. It's much better with the oxo, but I can't use those. So I'd started it this morning not knowing whether he was coming or not. And now he's not, so I've been downstairs and I've just crumbled an oxo cube into it. Gives it just that little better flavour. And I've added a few lentils to it. It's a bit too late to put the broth mixture in because barley and the peas, and that there is lentils in the broth mixture as well. But you have to have that in a lot longer than it'll only be in for probably about another hour now. It'll be in about 2 hours because the lentils do soak up and go soft pretty quick, like so. I've added some extra things in, seeing as my son Ian isn't coming. I'd be getting called all sorts of them if you knew what what I was saying. But anyway, that's the and you know the little lemon cardigan that I did, that I put a tutorial up on my Just Knitting channel, and I've had an awful lot of more subscribers. I've had an awful lot of views on it as well. It's well over the 3,000 mark. But my subscribers, I don't know what it is, I'll have a check and see, but it was 20,904. Yes, it was just over the 900 after the 20,000. I'll have a look and see how many it is now. So it's very popular, that pattern. It's now 20,962. So I've had almost 60 new subscribers just from putting that little cardigan up. Well, there was a lady messaged me, not actually message, it was a comment, and she wasn't English because I had to use the translate, I think, to see what she had said. And there's just a little spot in the video where I was telling you the first 4 rows of the pattern on the back. When I come to the 4th row, I usually tell you what I start the row with and how the next stitches go. And then I tell you to knit to the end of the row, and I would come back and tell you what stitches to end with. Well, I checked the video after the lady was messaging that. She says that I didn't tell her what stitches to do at the end of the row. But the thing is, I started with knit 4 at the start of the row, so you finish with knit 4 at the end of the row. But when I was telling the stitches on that row, all the stitches on the wrong side row, or you knit what you see. If you see a knit stitch, you knit it. If you see a purl stitch, you purl it. So I did say that in the video, but I just checked the video and I realised what had happened, that I do this quite often when I'm doing videos. I left the video for to sit down and finish the rest of the row, but instead of pausing it, I must have stopped it. And then when I got up to do it again, but I thought I was just pressing to going from pause to start, it had missed the end. It was telling those 4 stitches that you had and it at the end. And this lady anyway had messaged me, well, not message, had gone the comment, because she wanted me to tell her what those stitches were. So I did. I messaged and I told her that she had to knit 4 at the end of the row because she had started with 4. And that I had told her that I did say in the whole of that row that you knit what you see. And I don't know whether she took the hoof or what, but I suddenly noticed my subscriber count went down by 1 and that comments disappeared off the thing. So I thought, just in case anyone else has got any trouble with it, I have went onto the PDF, and I've copied and pasted those 4 rows and put them into the description box. So if anybody's following it and have any trouble following those 4 rows, that's what I've put, those 4 rows onto the description box in the video. This is on my Just Knitting channel. It's not on this channel, mate. I'll put my phone down. But I thought, just at the same time as I told that lady that, I just noticed all of a sudden I was looking at the how many subscribers I had got, and it just suddenly went down from 961 to 960, and her comment disappeared at the same time. So I think she must have took a huff in me telling her that I had already said in the video on the row what you actually knit. But I do that sometimes and I forget, and instead of pausing the video, I stop it or something like that, and it messes up a little bit of the video. And I had that much trouble trying to get that video through the converter. I had to do it umpteen times before the converter would allow me to join all those pieces. I must have missed that little bit. So anyway, that's that sorted out. And I'll show you what else I have been knitting, because I was at my knitting natter on Thursday, and that's how much I've got done. Another one of those, the same as the lemon one. I'm doing a 16-inch because I had done one little booty to work out the little boots on the 16-inch size. So I thought I might as well do the cardigan and the whole set. I'm going to do the whole set, but that's how much I've got done of that one. I took it to my bingo on Thursday, and me and my friend Anne both won a line on the bingo. I won a line. We only get £5 for a line, but there was 2 other people shouted at the same time as me, so we had to share that £5 between 3 of us. We got £1.66 each, which I have to half with my friend. And then she won a £5 line, which didn't have to share with anyone, so that was a £5 between us. So we had £3 something. £3 something each for our bingo on Thursday. That was all we won. And I have started something. Find it. Oh, before I tell you about anything else, I keep meaning to tell you about this. There's a lady called Belinda, and thank you, Belinda. She sent me a couple of patterns, lacy patterns. That's one of them. It's a sweater with a nice lacy pattern on the front. She asked me if I wanted these. I said, well, I might as well have. She showed me them. But I love this one. She sent that pattern, and I'm definitely going to make that sweater. The light's gone a bit funny on it. There's an awful lot of rows to it, but this part of the pattern is a little bit similar to what I'm doing on my cardigan. The only problem with this pattern is it's drop shoulders. It's straight up. There's no shaping. I'm going to shape it myself into a raglan, and the back and the front is the same on both sides of it. So it's going to be straight across the back, the front like that, and straight across the back. And I don't like that either. So there's going to be a lot of alterations. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to see how many actual rows to the pattern there is. Back and front alike, 32. 60 rows. There's 60 rows to the pattern, but there must be 30 here, and they just shift them over a little bit where they have like the wavy one here. It's there, and this bit here is there. So it's actually 30 rows, just moved across a little bit. So, but I will be doing that one when I think about it. And I'm busy at the moment. This is crochet I'm doing, but I thought I don't particularly like the shawl. Like, that is a shawl, and I don't like those ones that have the long V part at the bottom and the V's that come across. I like the one on the other side. This is a King Cole pattern, I think it is. It's a wrap where it's going to cover more of my arms and everything, which so I'm going to do this one. And I've started it off wound it up in a circle here. It's took me, I don't know how long, just to do 2 rows. I'll let it fall out. And I've got my stitch marker on there holding there's an awful lot, and I'm using this wool here. You see there's a lot of different shades of yellow, greens, different shades of greens and blues in it. And I thought that would make a nice like wrap. So I'll probably have it, like on your arms like that and down like that and over your arms like that. So there was an awful lot of stitches. There's 241, a chain. I had to make a chain of 241, and I've only done 2 rows, and it's took me. I'm going to time myself next time I do another row because it's just all triple crochet for a number of rows, I think it is. There is a little bit, you see, there's a little bit pattern there with a bit holy pattern in, but this bit here from there up to there is all just triple crochet. I'm not sure how many rows it tells you, I'll have to see. The nine rows, I think. I've only done the first and the second row, so I'm not sure. There's a lot of reading on the different stitches across this. I think it's going to have my head done in a bit doing it but or else I'll end up doing some stitch of my own on it after I've done the trebles. But that's what I thought. Just started doing something else in crochet. I'm doing a lot of other things in crochet, like the yarn bowls. I have a set of yarn bowls that I'll be sending to a lady, and I've got a set of 2 that I'm going to send to another lady. And I have 1 left that I'm going to put up on eBay, which I haven't done yet. I want to do a few things before I put them up onto eBay and that. So I'll probably do a few more of the yarn bowls and that, but a little bit of this because I like to do a little bit crochet now and again. When I get sick of knitting sometimes, I'll sit down and do maybe 1 row. I think it took me longer than half an hour to go across this row. I can crochet pretty fast, but not that fast. Not as fast as some that do it with the hook in one hand and the yarn in the other, because you can more or less call it one-handed. I work with the hook and the yarn and everything in the one hand, and I think it takes me a little bit longer to do some things than other people. But anyway, I'll wind that up again. I wound it up on just to keep it tidy until I start doing another row on it. If I get sick tonight, I'll probably sit and do another row on it. But it's going to take quite a long time, this one, because it's 241. You start with 241 chain, but when you start you go into the 3rd chain when you do the first triple. So it's only 239 you're actually working on. So that's a nice little thing I've folded up there. So that's my video for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.